Hello, good afternoon. My name is Patricia Tzortzopoulos. I'm an Associate Dean for Research at the School of Art, Design and Architecture at the University of Huddersfield. And I'm going to be talking to you about a project that we've developed together with my colleague, Professor Maika Gioglu, Dr. Eleni Papadonikolaki from UCL, and also with an international collaboration, the collaborator, Professor Carlos Formoso from the Federal University of Rio Grande do Sul in Brazil. So the project is all about automated checking of regulations and requirements in the design of healthcare facilities. So the aim of the project is to really look at the regulatory framework for healthcare facilities within the UK and to identify how we can actually adopt a level of automation for the process of checking those requirements. As a result of the project that we are delivering is a description of how actually requirements and regulations need to be written so that automation can be more easily achieved, and also how designers need to actually employ those processes. So in the literature, there has been loads of actually previous research looking at the issue of automated code checking, and there are a number of problems with that. And most of those problems are actually related to the fact that there tended to be very hard-coded approaches tended to be developed, which makes those solutions actually difficult to implement in different types of environments. Here on the slide, you see the research method we've employed, which was a design science research method, which is a prescriptive type of approach, and the work was developed through three different phases. We have used a case study on the development of primary healthcare facility here in the UK, together with Community Health Partnership, which was our partner. We also did a historical case study on a hospital development in Brazil, and we've also collected data through a number of observations in the existing healthcare centers, and also through a number of meetings, interviews, and participation of project meetings. So in terms of our results, what you see here in the slide is the taxonomy that we have developed, which really looks at the nature of those requirements within regulations and classifies it according to the nature of those requirements, if they can be translated into logic rules or not, their level of abstractions, and the types of elements included within it. What we identified is we evaluated 5 different regulations in the UK according to the taxonomy. One of which was HBN 1192, and that one regulation had actually 782 requirements. So if you try to extrapolate that to the over 100 different types of regulatory documentation in the UK, you'll have over 86,000 different types of requirements that have to be considered by designers, which obviously presents the scale of the problem in front of us. Here in the slide, you can see the different documents that we selected to evaluate, and the numbers of the requirements in terms of their nature, the logic rule, and the level of abstraction. Another element we did in the project was to actually use existing available software, so Solibri Model Checker and also DRufus, to evaluate if we could pick up the qualitative and more easily translatable into rules requirements for automated checking. And basically what we found out is that, yes, we can do it easily. So it's not really a problem of software, it's much more a problem of how actually those requirements are written into the regulations. So the taxonomy presents ways in which the taxonomy could be used in the future in terms of actually helping those involved in revising or revisiting regulations, so that those regulations are written in ways that could be more easily automated in the future. One positive outcome was that actually the requirements, most of them have very low logic complexity, which basically means that they can be easily automated. We've also identified 2 types of different subjectivities in requirements, one which is called natural, which has to do with the nature of the requirement itself, but one which is subjective, which is basically has to do with the fact that the requirements were written in very difficult ways to be understandable by designers. And another conclusion that we reached is that probably what we need to do to move the area forward is to look actually at hybrid approaches, which will combine automated approaches with more manual-based approaches through which those subjective requirements could be dealt with. So thank you very much, and if you have any questions, obviously we have a report, and I'll be happy to talk to you later. Thank you.